Welcome. I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Desmonds Donders.
Hello and welcome to Banff Links. It seems only a year since we were last here, and that's because it is. Last time we were here, we were out watching the Northern Lights. Nowhere near as spectacular as Rosehearty, but still a good sight to see. Desmond's not level, no doubt you'll see that in a picture. It's almost impossible to get level here. We could be a little bit leveler with a slight move, but hey, close enough for us. Okay, I'm going to let you have a look along at the coast, and I'll waffle on some more later about Banff and the surrounding area. I hope you can hear me. I've taken off the remote mics to let the waves have a chance, basically. It's a cold, bright morning, and the waves are lovely. Not many birds about, obviously with the high tide, but we've seen a few. Mainly herring gulls, black-headed gulls, crows, and one dunnock. But we'll see what comes along. Meantime, let's have a look around. The name Banff is thought to come from the Scottish Gaelic meaning young pig, or from a stream called Pig's Burn. The town started off as a port in the 10th century and became a royal centre at the end of the 12th. The town was created a royal borough in 1372. The coast path runs along the coast from Banff to Whitehills and it passed the beach. Nearby Scotstown, dotted with traditional fishermen's cottages and the remains of the old Moray Coast Railway, is well worth a visit. Banff's first castle was built to repel Vikings and invaders, and a charter of 1163 AD shows that Malcolm IV was living there at the time. During this period, the town was a busy trading centre in the free hanse of northern Scottish burghs, despite not having its own harbour until 1775. The first recorded Sheriff of Banff was Richard de Strathewan in 1264, and in 1374 Royal Burgh status was conferred by King Robert II, who had established a Carmelite priory near Banff in 1321. The priory was destroyed by arson in 1559. By the 15th century, Banff was one of three principal towns exporting salmon to the continent of Europe, along with Aberdeen and Montrose. There was a great deal of lawlessness in 17th century Scotland, and the worst offenders were members of the nobility. According to records kept by historian William Cramond, the toll booth, courthouse and prison, of Banff was in 1628 the site of an altercation between Lord Banff and James Ogleby, his relative. Reportedly, he struck James Ogleby upon the head with a baton during the court hearing. 20 of his friends and followers then attacked Ogleby with swords before chasing him out into the street and finishing him off with a pistol shot. I wonder if that's where the phrase overkill came from. Banff and Macduff are separated by the valley of the River Devon. This unpredictable river was finally tamed by the Seven Arch Bridge completed in 1779 by John Smeaton. An earlier bridge had been built in 1765 but was swept away in 1768, and the old ferry was brought back into use until it was lost in a flood in 1773. As I turned to fly back along the coast, I started getting strong wind warnings, and so I needed to get down low, below the strong wind as it were, and to fly low or lower than normal and fast to get the drone back safely. Here's me coming down in height, and you can see the effect that the wind had on rocking the drone slightly. So we've come down low, perhaps lower than we should have been, closer to the houses we should have been, but with a chance of getting back out of the wind. So enjoy the flight back, and I have a little message for you before the end. We are leaving just after midday, and you can see how dark it is. But that is not snow, that is the foam being blown up onto the land from the waves. I wanted to be the first one through it, but that nasty car got there and beat me to it. I said I'd have a message for the end. I didn't say it would be deep or meaningful. Have a safe week, everybody. Thank you for watching Desmonds Donders. And whatever you're doing in the countryside, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. please subscribe and ring that bell to be notified of our future videos.